Hello everyone, Charles Watts here, the Arsenal correspondent at Goal, joining you on Wednesday, the day Arsenal have headed out to the United States for their pre-season tour. The players are now, whether either on the tarmac by the time of recording this or they've just left and are heading stateside. So if you're going to be lucky enough to catch them over there in the States in the next week or so, the players are now on their way, and it's a very strong squad as well that has been picked for the three matches. Arsenal taking on Everton, Orlando City and Chelsea while they're in the States before heading back here for one final game against Sevilla in the Emirates Cup, and then it is the new season. It is not far away now. So this video will talk about that squad that is jetted out to the United States, also a little bit about Torreira, a couple of sort of transfer bits as well, and let's start with the US squad. I mean, like I said, it is a very, very strong squad. There's no kids there really at all, apart from Raul Walters, the young defender who played in that game against Nuremberg on Friday. He's gone out, but other than that, none of them. Patino, Hutchinson, Flores, all of those I thought would probably get a chance there. They haven't gone. And it's a very, very strong squad. I'll just bring it up for you now. I mean, it's got 5 goalkeepers. I don't get that, I have to say. I don't understand the 5 goalkeepers. The more I think about it, the more I think it just is a bit mad. I'll talk about it in a minute. But yeah, so Ramsdale's going, Leno, Turner, Okonkwo and Runarsson. They're the 5 keepers that are going. Defenders, Tierney, Tavares, Gabriel, Mari, White, Holding, Saliba, Bellerin, Suarez, Tomiyasu and Walters. Midfielders, Elneny, Torreira, Partey, Smith Rowe, Lokonga, Xhaka, Odegaard, Maitland-Niles, Vieira and Nelson. And then the forwards, Martinelli, Nketiah, Jesus, Pepe, Saka, Balogun and Marquinhos. I'm just laughing at my pronunciation there. So yeah, very strong squad, stronger than I thought. Well, I mean, I thought these lot would probably go, but I just thought there'd be a couple of kids there. I'm really confused as to why 5 goalkeepers are going. I don't get it. I was like, you just take 3, surely. I don't see how that 5 keepers works for anyone there. Just take 3, and then that gives you 2 spaces to certainly take a Patino. I can't believe Patino's going. He might be injured. I haven't heard yet exactly. If he's injured, then fine, and I will apologise after this little bit of a rant that I'm going on. And I've tried to find out, but at the time of recording this video, I haven't found out yet exactly if there is any issue with Patino. But if he is fit, and obviously he went to Germany, did very well over there, I just don't get it. It's like, why are you taking 5 goalkeepers and not giving Patino a chance? Because as it stands, my latest information is that Patino is not going on loan this season. He's going to be in and around the first team, and you'd expect he's going to get opportunities in the Europa League group stages, potentially the Carabao Cup. So why wouldn't you take him here and give him some really valuable experience of being away with a squad for a week, give him some game time. And the more I think about it, the more I think it's really bizarre when you've taken 5 goalkeepers who, when you look at that keeping unit, 5 of them working together, it's going to be very congested on the training pitch also. So I can't think that it's going to be great for them either. So on all levels, it just feels like a bit of a bizarre decision that's not going to help anyone, having 5 keepers, especially when you think Leno's gone, who is in talks about a potential move away, and the likelihood is he's not going to be at the club for very much longer, whether it be at Fulham or somewhere else. I mean, Arsenal are trying to get a deal done, and Runarsson as well, who's clearly not going to be at the club as well by the end of the transfer window, you would think, if Arsenal can find someone to take him. So it just feels a little bit unnecessary to me. But look, who am I to call it into question? I'm sure they've got their reasons for it, and they might well come out over the next week or so when Arteta does a few press conferences while he's over in the States. But on the whole, I just think it feels like a bit of a missed opportunity for someone like Patino and maybe a Flores or a Hutchinson, one of the other youngsters who's really kind of knocking on the door a little bit, and you would think might get an opportunity during the first half of the season in some of the cup games perhaps. And I really thought Patino would go, so a little bit surprised. The same with you've got Ainsley Maitland-Niles there and Reece Nelson, again 2 players who potentially will probably leave the club by the end of the transfer window. The likelihood is they're not going to be here, so what's the point in taking them on the tour over Patino? Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with me, or do you think Arteta was spot on with that squad that he's picked for the upcoming games? Like I said, first game is Sunday, I think, Saturday night, Sunday morning. I think it's midnight kickoff, something like that. So a late one if you're going to be watching it, or if you're in the States, obviously it's perfect time, evening time, and I'm very jealous that I haven't been able to go over to cover this trip because of family commitments and my kids, it's just impossible at the moment to have that week long trip. So yeah, annoying for me, but if you are going, then please do enjoy yourselves. I hope you have a great time, and enjoy seeing the Arsenal over stateside. Okay, let's quickly talk about another player who is going on that tour, and it is Lucas Torreira, another player who potentially will not be at Arsenal come the end of the transfer window, who again kind of me ranting a little bit about Patino, going, again, why don't you just take Patino rather than Torreira if you're in the middle of trying to get him a move away from the club. But anyway, that's not, I've already done that bit, so I'm not going to go back into it. But his agent has been speaking, and he says that him and Valencia have come to an agreement over Lucas Torreira. He says, we have reached an agreement with Valencia. Gattuso, who's obviously manager now over in Valencia, wants him. We are going to discuss now with Arsenal. Arteta wants to see him in pre-season. He had great numbers of AFC, but we have a pre-agreement with Valencia. So, I mean, there is agents saying that Arteta wants to see him in pre-season. Not quite sure what he wants to see him about. I mean, if you don't know what Lucas Torreira is about by now, then you're never going to know. I mean, it's clear. You've seen him, you've worked with him before. He's had a very good opportunity. He had a very good loan spell over in Fiorentina, but Arsenal looking to move him on. They're not going to keep. He's got a year left in his contract. He's not going to get a new deal, is he? So I'm not quite sure why you'd want to see him in pre-season now. But anyway, Torreira to Valencia potentially. Valencia aren't cash rich. Really, they've had their financial problems. They're very well documented, so it might not be an easy one to pull off. And as usual with Arsenal, when it comes to getting decent transfer fees for Arsenal for players, it never really ends up being as simple as other clubs seem to find it. And we'll wait and see if Torreira can get a move to Valencia. The clubs in Italy as well, obviously appealing for him as well. I've already spoken in a video a couple of days ago, I think, about Roma, and he was kind of flirting a little bit with Roma, so we'll wait and see. Personally, I just think Arsenal need to move on and get a deal done one way or the other with Torreira, because if he's not going to play, if he's not going to feature, and he's not going to be happy here, which clearly he's not, then you may as well just move him on and get as much money in it from as you possibly can. But let me know what you guys think. Should Torreira be given a chance in pre-season? Should he stick around next season? Could he do a useful job for Arsenal? Let me know what you guys think. Transfer-wise, nothing major to report, I'm afraid, in terms of potential incomings. I mean, the two big ones that have been rumbling on for a while, they seem to be coming towards a conclusion now, and unfortunately Arsenal aren't going to be successful in either of them, and that is Rafinha and Lisandro Martinez. Obviously, Rafinha now is about to get his dream move to Barcelona. That has been agreed. The transfer has been agreed. It's a case of sorting everything out, sorting out the formalities now, but barring anything massive happen, he will be officially confirmed as a Barcelona player. Barca have tweeted that they've and put this sort of press release out now. They have agreed a fee with Leeds. Leeds are getting decent money for him. No idea how Barcelona have managed to find their money, but they have done. So he's about to get his dream move there. And if you haven't seen, actually, Jesse Marsch gave a press conference after, I think, one of Leeds' pre-season games overnight or wherever it is they're playing, and he spoke about Rafinha. Some really good quotes from Marsch about Rafinha and how he acted at the end of last season, and the fact that had they gone down, which looked like they were going to, then a deal with Barcelona had already been agreed. It was going to be a real cut price deal for Rafinha as well. His heart was absolutely set on it, and then when they stayed up, suddenly it looked like he might not get his move, but because of the finance involved, obviously Leeds didn't have to accept a cut price deal anymore, and that's when Chelsea came in and tried to get him. But he's ended up going to Barcelona, so good luck to him. Annoying for Arsenal. I'd have loved to see Rafinha at Arsenal, but not the case. So you would think hopefully they're going to move on to other targets now that that's been done. And it's the same with Martinez as well, as I reported yesterday. It is getting now very close to a sort of end game with Lisandro Martinez, and he should be heading to Manchester United. Seems like the clubs now are very, very close to agreeing a fee. As I said yesterday, Ajax now have kind of weakened in terms of the demands for him, and they've been very firm previously that they didn't want to sell, but it always, whenever you spoke to anyone close to that deal, they always thought that Martinez would eventually get his way because he was so determined to force a move to the Premier League. Arsenal tried. They didn't go to the sort of money that Manchester United now are about to put down on him, and obviously you got the Ten Hag connection there, which again, whenever you spoke to anyone around the deal, they always felt that would probably give the advantage in this case, and it has. But I think the money involved also is given Man United a massive advantage because Arsenal just weren't willing to go to what Man United are about to go for him. In terms of anything else, just nothing really has moved on, not that I'm aware of it anyway, but if something does happen, keep your eyes peeled here on my social media, on Goal, and I'll be sure to bring it to you as soon as I have it. Thank you very much for watching. Everyone, do have a very good evening. Enjoy yourselves, stay safe, and if you are in the States, enjoy the upcoming pre-season tour.